What's it like being back? Was it a strange feeling the first time you walked back in the building, or what was it like for you?
I think the strangest moment was probably getting off the airplane, and then once it was interesting because there was a couple opportunities and I wasn't sure about this one, and once I got off the plane, it was like being at home, and I really think from the car ride over from the airport to here, it was like, great peace. And when I went through the gate, it was like, this is where I belong. So it's been great.
What's it been like working with John?
A lot of fun. I think, for a guy who's been involved in football in a different way and yet away from the field on an everyday basis, he's got a really cool system. He's got a really dynamic way of doing things every day, which I think is fresh and very refreshing for those of us who've been kind of involved in the game in his absence. But it's been, I think, a lot of fun. It's been the right kind of work. There's a real vision here, and I think that's important.
Was there much of a relationship between you and John at all?
We had known each other when he'd come do games, when I was in Seattle. And really, I think the only time I knew him before that was we played him in, 08 down there in Tampa. And beyond that, it really wasn't anything. I'd see him when he'd come do Monday night games and just knew who he was. He knew I was, and that's really about it. I think the connection, at least for me, is that, he loves ball like I love ball. He's intense about it. He's got a belief about what he likes and all that. And so when we got a chance to sit down, for me, I was shocked, how well we kind of hit it off. I was excited, enlightened by it, because you don't know what to expect. Anytime you go into a job interview, that's for any business. But this one was really refreshing. It was exciting. And, he loves his football team like I do. And so regardless of what the past had been for either one of us, there's a little bit of Raider blood in both of us. And I think that the fact that it worked out when we sat down and talked made this all the better for the both of us. That
was kind of a watershed game, that 2008 game, being that
that
was your last game and his last game. Is that game ever discussed? Did you guys ever talk about it?
We've joked about it a couple times, but not really, So it's that was the only time, and we were just a young team trying to figure some things out, and they were battling for the playoffs and all that kind of thing. So, but I think the thing that I have really learned about it is, his passion for this place and for the game. And that's what I love about him and about what we're trying to do.
I think physically I'm being pushed right now. Tom Cable, he's doing a really good job of straining our brains, as they like to say. So with all the new code words and things constantly changing, I think mentally is where my game's going to improve the most. It's been great. I feel like we have a lot of versatility. Defense can't cheat as much because we change things up with code words and different things like that. So I feel pretty good with the way things are going.
What jumps out at you about Tom Cable now that you've been coached by him through the offseason?
He's a really good coach. He's smart. He's been around a long time, which brings a lot of knowledge. And he's very smart and detailed about what we're trying to do. There's no confusion. And, you could tell he loves it, just like all of our coaches. Come to work every day, and just everybody's just trying to work to get better.
He's so much been identified as a zone scheme guy for years, and he just told us, I do that, but I can, teach other things too.
Right.
So what's been your observation about the mixture of
we have a bunch of run schemes and stuff, and we're just working at, obviously all of us first time together, just learning, and but yeah, we do have a bunch of stuff.
Rookies, Miller and Parker.
Smart kids. They real smart kids. They listen. They're learning and working and asking questions, which I think is always important for young guys, is to ask questions about, where can I do better, and both of those guys do that.
What have you seen going up against the two rookie defensive tackles?
There's some good young players. They obviously have a lot of ability. They're working hard too, and they're playing hard. They're doing a good job.
It's we had a blast. We go up there. He had just been traded from Buffalo. We did something really magical. We go to 2 Super Bowls. We win one. Should have won the second one. He and I have connected. We connected. you know, he's one of the smartest football players I've ever known. You know, and I don't hand that one out very often. And he's been really a blessing for his teammates. He's phenomenal in the locker room as a leader in Seattle. I see the same characteristics going on here. I think for him, you know, to be back together will give him a chance to kind of dust himself off from kind of up and down year last year, really. Didn't really look like his old self till about the last 6 weeks, I thought. And put him in something that, you know, he can rev it up and be who.
If there's anything we've ever done that I'm particularly proud of, I would have to say that the perpetuation of the greatness of the Raiders, to take a professional football team and give it a distinct characteristic that's different from all others.
I'm going to tell you something, man. If you guys don't know how big a win that was, you'll know tomorrow. It's a hell of a win. It's a team effort. Offense, defense, special teams. Now, the effort was outstanding. It's outstanding.